Here is the Bush VTR 103 radio, which is stamped inside, was produced about 1963 in July, which is some of the original Plessey British-made UK capacitors in there, which are bright orange. And this radio features a VHF band, medium wave band and a long wave band, which on top, as you can see, is the off-on volume control, the waveband switches and tone, and then as you can see up here it has the original red tip aerial and all the original Bush logo present at all, with a clean dial, which I've cleaned this. I recently took this apart earlier on and I cleaned it. There's a few chips and nicks there, probably end up filling those in at a later date. And then in the back we've got some more light there. You see the ferrite AM antenna rod, which also links in down here to an external aerial there, which you can pull out and Y12, the original plug, liner jack, which then splits off from there onto there to the external aerial. This radio features all its original caps. The only problem I had with the radio was the volume, but as you can see here for the on-off volume control, sometimes when you turn it on it go pop and crackle, which I believe it was dust, so I gave it a move forward and backward. It seems to do the job for the minute, but I'll end up probably getting some switch cleaner in there. You've got the two little holes here and here where it can be inserted, or through the front. It features a Celestium British made speaker, and your output to a tape recorder, for instance, or phono. And it's got its PP9 battery clips here, but obviously I've not got a PP9 battery to hand, so I have used a PP7 battery, just a Duracell, which I've used some old speaker wire and Bluetooth that across for the minute so I can get a better battery. I might end up getting a mains adapter one, but yeah, it's a pretty good radio. I'll put the back on in a bit. Just turn it back round. Right, and as you can see, there it is again. Just turn it on. Oh, bloody hell, the clips fell out. Hang on a second. That's one problem with blue ticked things. This, it's a bit stupid, that. There we go. As you can, it pops a bit, but this is radio 2 on. And just the tone. That's so.
The company of excellent, because I want us to have a coffee and put our heads together. Do you remember us in the Warminster?
You wonder who that is? In which case, get in touch.
Also greased around there because it was quite stiff before, and I got a screwdriver, pierced it back slightly, got some old speaker cable, rubbed it around the back and managed to pull it steadily but slowly off, and it popped straight off. And as you can see, the white dial here, the tuning indicator, that just pops straight off, just pulls off, come off again. It's a medium wave. Obviously this depends which way the radio is positioned.
You won in the second round. You haven't had a great trot in the league. Is that what happens sometimes with respect to League 2 players? That the characters
Radio
around the corner
5
of playing
Live.
Liverpool can sometimes... The 2015
And around this area I listen to a gold radio which mainly plays 60s, 70s and 80s music, which I mainly listen to, which you have to adjust obviously the radio's pointing, because it's a one directional antenna from what I understand. If I turn it around like that, you should be able to get it like so. And there, that is gold radio. If I turn it back, it's picked up.
Hasn't played.
Sorry, that's gold radio. Wrong frequency station. Now you can receive gold on its 945 on the modern AM brand measured in kilohertz, or 999. 999 for Nottingham and 945 for Derbyshire. Obviously, this old radio is measured in meters. So, from doing a conversion, which can be found online, it equals around 250 up to 300 meters, roughly.
Possibility. It is falling.
And here's medium wave. Not medium wave, long wave, sorry.
Missing something? I thought that's what we were celebrating.
Glittering prizes.
There isn't much on this band to be honest, but mainly I only listen to medium wave and VHF, FM wave bands anyway. I'll switch back to VHF mode now. And obviously I've got my own FM transmitter here. This was, I think it was about £6 from Mazda, which obviously got you on off. Switch it on, gives you the time and the correct temperature and battery power. Press it again. You can choose whatever frequency you want. Obviously this radio is measured from 88 to up to 100 in FM, or VHF on this radio. But yeah, the sound quality is pretty good. It sounds as it, I suppose, would have done back then. Obviously the centre pins, usually these are either missing or just the glue goes funny. Like I had one. Oh, that's not there. But yeah, here's the back plate which I took out. Obviously, telling you which batteries to use, PP9, which obviously I can't get, so I'm using a PP3 ever Duracell battery, and there's the piece of foam what's deflated over the years. And obviously you have your screw slot which goes into the back, your aerial out which I showed you earlier on that red banana jack, and down here obviously for the tape outputs, which I've never even used, so I'm not sure if they work. I don't think I ever will use, to be honest. But yeah, overall this is a great radio. Best in the Bush reproduction ones. 1963, over 50 years old. Not the modern rubbish Bush made, which was made by Argos. That's Radio 2 again. That's Radio 1 and Classic FM, and that's your lot on this radio. Thank you for watching, and any comments leave in the description below. This is my first video, and I'm planning on getting more radios for the future. I say, if you know anything else about this radio, if you have one, just comment and tell me what you think about it, what parts upgrade you can do. Because the volume control does work, but it is slightly dodgy, but it doesn't really bother me. Some of you it might, but for me it does the job. I might end up upgrading it at some point, but I'm not sure. There's a bit of chrome flaking, or a bit of pitting, as you say, you get on all classic cars. Got a little bit on the Bush logo. The case, bit grubby, I still need to clean that up, but overall it's pretty good nick. And that's your lot, folks. I'll see you in the next video.